Hi everyone and welcome to another video. Rather quick this time, but as Windows 11 has been released just yesterday, the timing was just right. Windows 11 comes with some new hardware requirements like the need for TPM 2.0 and Secure Boot. Some older processors are no longer supported as well. In case your system does not meet one of these requirements, you will not be able to install Windows 11 in a supported way. As I worked on overcoming these requirements for installation of Windows 11 on a Mac, with success, I figured the same method would just work fine on a PC as well, and it did. This video covers how to work around the hardware requirements check and install Windows 11 on a system that does not meet these requirements. Before we get started, I'd like to point out that I also have a blog, jens.be. You can find all the steps and commands I use in the video over there, so in case you would like to go through this yourself, I really recommend you to have a look there. The PC I will use for this video is a Lenovo S20 with a Xeon X5650. As you can see, Windows Update tells me Windows 11 is not supported. Using the PC health check tool as suggested, I can see the following. So in other words, the CPU is officially not supported, the machine does not have TPM 2.0 and does not support Secure Boot. The approach that I will use to work around this is by combining a Windows 10 installer USB created with the Media Creation tool and the Windows 11 installation files. That way, the additional hardware checks are not done and Windows 11 can be installed without further issues. Once installed, you won't notice anything of using this method to install. First, we need to download the required files. I'm starting with the Windows 11 ISO, which can just be downloaded from Microsoft's website. Once that is complete, I will also download the Windows 10 Media Creation tool, also from Microsoft's website. Once we have these two files, we can insert the USB drive which we will use. It has to be at least 8 GB in size. Then we can start the Windows 10 Media Creation tool. First we need to wait a bit. Then we can accept the license and wait a bit more. Choose Create Installation Media and click Next. Select the language of choice and continue with Next. Choose the USB drive which we inserted and start the process by clicking Next. This takes some time as the tool downloads all files and copies them to the USB drive. Alright, at this point we have a regular Windows 10 installation USB drive and we can close the Media Creation tool. Now if we mount the downloaded Windows 11 ISO by double-clicking on it in Explorer, we can see that the file structure is identical as the one on the USB drive. On the USB drive, the actual Windows 10 installation is contained in the file sources install.esd. We don't need that file, so let's delete it. The file that will replace it from the Windows 11 ISO is in sources install.wim. One issue here is that the file is over 4 GB in size and the Media Creation tool formatted the USB drive with FAT32. FAT32 supports only files up to 4 GB. As you can see, Windows tells us that this file is too large for the destination file system. So we will need to split the install.wim file in two parts. In order to do so, I will use wimlib. This is a utility designed exactly with that purpose, to work with WIM files. Download the latest 64-bit version and extract the contents of the downloaded zip file. Now we need to open a command prompt to use wimlib. First, navigate to the folder where you extracted it. Then we can construct the command to run wamlib-imagex. And we want to use this to split a WM file. The next argument is the source file. This is on the G drive, the mounted Windows 11 ISO. And in sources/install.wam. The destination is on the D drive, our USB, and should go to sources/install.swam. Last argument 4000 is the maximum file size in megabyte. The tool will run for some time as it has to copy 4 GB to the USB drive. Once it completes, we can see that the USB drive now has 2 files in the sources folder. The Windows 10 installer knows exactly what to do with these, even if they are actually for Windows 11. At this point, our Frankenstein-like Windows 11 USB drive is ready, and we can use it to install Windows 11 on the incompatible PC I have. Let me reboot. And choose to boot from the USB drive in the BIOS. As you can see, initially the look and feel of the installer will be exactly as the one from Windows 10. This is totally expected, as that is the version of the installer which we use. First select the language, region and keyboard of choice and click Next. Then Install Now. Enter your product key or choose I don't have a product key. Here we do see a difference, as the list contains Windows 11 versions instead. Select the version of choice and click Next. Accept the license and continue. Then choose for a custom install. In the next screen, we need to select where to install Windows 11. This is no different from a Windows 10 installation. Just pick the drive or partition where you want to install it and click Next. I will remove the partitions that were used for Windows 10 and select the whole drive to continue. The rest of the installation doesn't require any further attention and goes pretty much similar as would be the case for Windows 10. After some time and a few reboots later, you should be presented with the following dialog. Here you need to answer some basic questions like your location and keyboard layout. Since my machine was connected with a cable that had internet available, updates are fetched and installed at this point already. This is pretty nice as it also takes care of missing drivers. Once done, the system reboots. We can clearly see the video card drivers were updated. Now we have the ability to change our PC name. A bit strange as this takes another reboot. Would have been handy to ask this before the previous one if you ask me. Then we need to go through the rest of this dialog and answer some more questions. For example, regarding your user account, password, and some questions related to data collection mainly. Some more patience is required, but your patience gets rewarded with a fresh Windows 11 desktop. As you can see, this is still the same machine with the x5650. Let's check if updates are working, as there was some discussion around that related to using Windows 11 on incompatible models. That seemed to work just fine. This is good news. As you can see, all drivers also got automatically installed, even the ones for the incompatible TPM module. Hope this helps you in getting Windows 11 installed on unsupported hardware. If you liked my video, please put a thumbs up. And if you like this and similar contents, don't hesitate to subscribe to my channel for more of the same. Thanks again, and hope to see you back here soon.